that a man wants to be with another man is because of sexual lust. It's not just love. You can love a person that you're not overly attracted to. But if it's about sex, it's about lust, if it's about a man being attracted to another man's genitalia, that's a different thing. And I feel like they don't want to admit to that. It's all about sex. And they get sexually perverse through being molested, through
wow. Woo. Boy, he throwing out all the played out arguments, talking points that anybody with a half a smooth brain would understand is some garbage. Okay, first off. Okay, so when I seen these two individuals on the thumbnail together, I knew deep down in my heart that the cooning was gonna be real. I knew that the coonification of this video, the vibes that they're gonna be giving, the coon level is going to be extraordinary high. And gee golly, I was right. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Officer Tatum and Candace Owens. I don't even want to refer them to black folks anymore. They're not black in my dictionary no more. They're just dark-skinned white people. They're just dark-skinned, racist, white supremacists. That's all they is. They ain't black no more. They don't have real melatonin in their skin. They just got a really good tan, okay? Whoever is providing their tans, they deserve a raise because they did a beautiful job on them because they almost look black, but they ain't real black. But that's not the video, okay? I don't understand, one, why a political party could be so focused, laser focused on less than 2% of the population of America. And if you don't know, we have millions of people, millions of people living here in America, and they're dealing with real situations, okay? The cost of food is too high, rent, mortgage is too high, our infrastructure is garbage, inflation, gas, just everything around us. Jobs not paying enough, education is poor, healthcare just seems to just keep on rising. We can talk about those things because we're adults, and that's just what I think is more beneficial to people like you and me. But no, these individuals, these Republicans want to, for a reason, because they don't have anything else to argue about, they want to focus on a small portion of Americans. Okay, let me remind you, these are Americans. These aren't just some foreigners, and you know, because you know how they treat foreigners and immigrants, but these are Americans they're talking about. And when it comes to the LGBTQ community, this is easy pickings for them. And like we're gonna watch in this video, their argument is so basic. Their argument is so not well thought out. Like, you can tell they gave up trying to make things complicated and be like, you need some sort of PhD for this. You need some sort of credentials that will allow you to say what you're gonna say. They have none of that. And they make the arguments so weak. It's almost hilarious. And but it's almost sad because I know there's individuals who will look at this for as valuable information. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead, watch this video, and let's have that conversation.
What you see is bred in the pride movement. When you go to a pride club, you don't see regular people just sitting around there like, oh, we love each other. Like, even if you had like a heterosexual
love, they almost equate love to
it's
sex.
Lust. It's
okay. And if you don't like me pausing throughout this video, this ain't the channel for you. Okay, this is my channel. I do as I will. You know what I'm saying? So don't. Hey. Okay. First off, why do you care what they do at a pride gathering or a pride parade? If they want to do they hugging and kissing and high five, let them do what they want to do. It is not a place for you, Mr. Office. This is what I'm talking about. The stupidity in their arguments is so overwhelming. It's frustrating. Because it's easy to just debunk and be like, the pride parades or whatever is not for you. Oh my God. Okay. This is going to be a long
The only reason that a man wants to be with another man is because of sexual lust. It's not just love. You can love a person that you're not overly attracted to. But if it's about sex, it's about lust, if it's about a man being attracted to another man's genitalia, that's a different thing. And I feel like they don't want to admit to that. It's all about sex. And they get sexually perverse through being molested.
Wow. Woo. Boy, he throwing out all the played out arguments, talking points that anybody with a half a smooth brain would understand is some garbage. Okay, first off. If you've ever been to a public school, okay, if you grew up in a city and, you know, like myself, where you just have friends and you know, you traveled, you did some crazy things. Okay, I've been married 14 years, okay? Married 14 years, happy, I love it, okay? Beautiful wife. Before that, all the other relationships I had, there was no love involved. What is he talking about? Is it just gay people can't have a loving relationship? It's only has to do with something sexual with the genital. Really? That's your argument. That what reality does these individuals live in? And I know it's going to be idiots that will agree to that and wouldn't think twice on a life that they live or had lived. It's Jesus Christ. We got to hurry up and get through this.
Sex. And they get sexually perverse through being molested, through being raped or whatever the case may be, or exposed to pornography at an early age, exposed to sex at an early age, and they begin to have this psychological confusion, and they go down the wrong path. I don't believe people are born.
So how did you start liking women? Were you abused by your mother, your aunt? You know what I'm saying? Like what forced you to like women? Or was it just your choice? I mean, but no, if you are attracted to the opposite or to the same sex, then it has to be because it was X, Y, and Z. Now, once again, I'm pretty sure Mr. Officer Tatum, you know, he got his little logo on his shirt. That's a little cute little logo on his shirt. I'm pretty sure he hasn't spoken to every single gay person in America. To be honest, I don't even think he has a positive connection with gay people to have that honest conversation. But no, he is the voice of reasoning when it comes to gay people. I think he might be gay himself.
Born that way. I believe people are born with probably the propensity, meaning that some men are born a little more feminine than other men. But I don't think a person is born, they're nurtured into it.
So it's interesting that you say that, because if you had said that to me right when I got started in my career, however long it was, I would have said that is wild. And like I said, I was much more moderate. And I think what really changed for me was a discussion that I had with someone who's on my creative team. He's a gay man. He's also not because, but he's a Christian. And the reason why he says he's a Christian is because he does not, like, he says I am gay, but he does not. It's the sin is sodomy. He does not engage in that.
Yeah.
Instead he goes to church. He believes that this is. It's very interesting to talk to him because he's absolutely brilliant. And one of the things that he said to me is that growing up, I can tell you that of all of the gay people that I know that I used to party with, because he used to be like actually like engaging in sodomy, that maybe only 6% of them are actually gay. He's like, are actually gay and were born gay. He said for the rest of them, it's become a social contagion. It is also something that they are doing like me. He said, I have daddy issues. My dad walked out on me when I was however many years old. And he said, and for me, I wanted that relationship with a man because my dad wasn't here. To hear that come out of a gay man's mouth shocked me, because it's something that obviously when I was in school, it's like, no, they were all born this way, blah, blah, blah. And what he's saying is, no, there might be a very small subset of people that are born this way. And his argument is that he believes those people should give their lives to art and creative works and to God, and that they should not engage in sodomy. Again.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Jesus save me from this. Okay. You cannot base your argument against millions of individuals based off of one conversation you had with your gay friend. Is that how we're doing our research? Is what my friend told me? Like, does your friend have a connection to all the gay people around the world, and they all report to him at the end of the day of of their lives? No, the answer is no. Okay, let me just give the answer. Okay, no, it doesn't work like that. Okay, that's your friend's life, and your friend was probably just too ugly as a kid for the daddy to run out. So that's his fault. Okay. Him and his mama's fault. Okay, there's plenty of people who didn't grow up with a dad, who are not gay, who are not looking for another man to play a dad role. I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense. But they're stupid and no. They're smart enough to know that their audience is stupid enough to believe that. That's why they're saying it. Oh, my friend who was gay, I got to point that out. He told me that this is how gay people operate. Yeah, it's like me saying, okay, I'm black, so let me tell you how all black people operate. Come on, man. You can't be intellectually lazy dealing with opportunists like this. You got to stay on your Q's and P's. You got to make sure that you're aware of the stupidity that they're going to try to sell you. Obviously.
Again, that's his argument, not mine. But to hear him say that it's become a social contagion was really fascinating, because then when you take a look at what's happening with transgenderism, I do believe that there is a very, very, very small subset of the population that is dealing with real gender dysphoria. We obviously now know, looking at these statistics, that the rest is just a social contagion.
Yeah.
For the rest of the people, it's what they're learning. And in America, I had this person who used to work with me who was from Romania, who came over here and said, why are there so many gay people here? And it was a very weird thing to hear somebody say. I was very shocked by that. I'm like, what do you mean why there's so many? They're like, why are there so many gay people here? I'm like, what does that mean? And the person said, in my country, there's not this many gay people. Well, because America began like in the 90s kind of saying, in the same way that we're doing right now with transgenderism, that this is just an option. And so it went from small subset of people who were perhaps molested. And I think of all these examples of Ellen DeGeneres.
Okay, so once again, her examples that she's trying to use as factual truths is hilarious. My friend who came from Romania and is like, I didn't know it was so many gay people here. Like, well, this is America. You have the rights, the freedom to be who you want. And I'm not too sure with Romania and how their politics is there, but in some of these countries, they will kill you for being gay. They will kill you. So, I mean, it would surprise anybody who comes from a country where if you proclaim that you're gay, you're dead. So obviously they're not going to tell nobody. She probably never seen a gay person in her life. So once again, I mean, are the Republicans just trying to take more rights from people? I mean, they're the party of fighting for freedom, but while taking your freedom. But they're the party who's supposed to, but they want to take. I don't know. Jesus Christ, man! Like once again, this is too easy. They're not even putting up good arguments. This is too easy.
Melissa Etheridge, people have talked about their molestation of a youth who then lesbians say, okay, I don't want to be with a man anymore because I was molested.
Mm-hmm.
It's a defense, right? You're not born this way. Something happened to you and you now no longer want to be with a man. Not every person, but a lot of people are. And I do know a lot of gay men who were molested who like somehow and now they're into men. So, but we're not allowed to even have this discussion. I mean, this discussion that we're having, people don't want to
be. We can't have this discussion on a platform that is readily available to like everybody. And I have a platform with 2.4 million subscribers, and in 3 days this video had over 200,000 views, but nobody wants you to watch this. We can't have this conversation, even though this is like the 40th time this month we're having this conversation. Oh my god, man. These are professional idiots. Professional. They got this to a T. Okay. Second off, I don't think they even gave an example of where a gay person went out of their way to groom and molest a child, and now the results of that is that child becoming gay. I think that all the examples they've been given is like within the family. You know, a mom, a dad, an uncle. The dad is out the picture, so now the boy is gay, and the uncle, maybe it's a family problem. Maybe you need to invest more of your resources and your time into making sure the kids know what is not appropriate for anybody to do to you as a young child. You know, like almost like sex education. Like I know that's a new thing. I think I just made that up. Like sex education to the point to where you're not showing sex, obviously, but you're like, hey, you're a girl. No one should be touching you in these areas. Not your mom, not your dad, not your uncle, not your brother, not your sister, not your friend, not your cousin, nobody. Hey, you're a young man. Nobody should be touching you in these areas. This is your no-no square, okay? Nobody. And if someone is, I'm your teacher, you can tell me and we will correct the situation. But no, it's the trans people, it's the gay people who are trying to infiltrate through cartoons and rainbows to like hypnotize your kids into being gay. Yeah. Let's not look at the family dynamics. Let's ban rainbows. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
To be honest and talk about this stuff, which then bars gay men, like the gay men I talked to, would never be able to say this publicly because it would be considered homophobic.
Right. They have an agenda. They need the agenda to be pushed. Real gay people don't even have a say in this. The LGBTQ plus AARP, NAACP, whatever they want to add to it, that is not even a representation of probably most gay people.
Yeah.
That's the whole agenda that they're pushing to try to, I think they're doing this to get to kids. They're doing this to push pedophilia at some point. That's their end goal. But when you look at it, I wish that they would do research on this. Every gay person, let's go look at the household household makeup. Do you have a father in the home? Were you exposed to pornography at a young age? Were you molested and abused? Kind of what things had happened to you. I guarantee you, as sure as I'm sitting here, or what political affiliation your parents have.
There it is.
If you look at all of...
There it is. He was about to lose his job if he didn't throw that in there. I think he has like a little earpiece in his ear, and the directors or whoever was screaming in his ear, you have to say political affiliation. Don't forget it. He was like, oh yeah, and what political affiliation your family is could turn you gay. Hey, your parents are Democrats? You're secretly gay. You don't have a daddy in the home? I'm sorry, you're gay now. We don't even involve critical thinking into these arguments no more. We just gotta just hit certain keywords, certain buzzwords, and you win. Oh, hey, in political affiliate, wouldn't it be just more gay people? Because there's a lot of Democrats out there. A lot of Democrats. Like centuries. And all of a sudden, like now, you're gay if your parents were... It sounds stupid saying that out loud. Why? Why are we even having this conversation? And I already know why, because their audience are a bunch of idiots and they don't know how to critically think. They don't know how to do that. They don't want to. That's too much work for them to sit down and think for a second. It's too much for them.
These things, I would argue that most people who are homosexual, most people who are have trans kids and all this, they either don't have a strong father in their lives. Their parents are either radical, zealot, religious people, which means that they're so over the top that they push their kids to insanity. Or, you know, you have a situation where they've been exposed to sexuality early. They've been exposed to pornography. They've been exposed to sexual deviancy. They've been raped. A guy that's been my friend for a very, very long time. He's a preacher. And he tells me how he struggles with homosexuality. Wow. But then you go back into his life. He say, well, he was abused, sexually abused
by
his older cousin. He used to live with him. The guy used to abuse him all the time. And so his first exposure to sexuality was with a man. And so now his thoughts of sexuality is with a man. And he struggles with that, right? But he's a pastor, so he can't live the lifestyle, but it's a struggle. And I don't know a person that was like, no.
Why? Okay, first off, why do they know so many gay Christians? Maybe they're not Christian enough to just Christian the gay out of them. Maybe they need to like starve themselves, starve the gay out of them. I don't know, because they just seem to know every single gay Christian that was molested by a family member. Once again, it almost sounds like I said before, maybe it's within the family we need to try to kind of focus on and make sure the kids are aware of what's happening in the relationship they should be having with their family members. And if it crosses a certain line, that should be some red flags for the kids. Maybe? No, but they still haven't shown an example or statistics or data where it's just gay people trying to infiltrate your kids. No, because they're lacking on that. But I mean, it's 4 minutes left. So maybe they're going to now show us what the LGBTQ is hiding from us. Because right now it just sounds like it's a whole bunch of broken homes. That's the issue. So, I don't know. Let's see.
I was born this way. I hear people say, well, I knew I was gay from a very long time. But what does that mean? Your attraction? Or you somehow can't look at a woman in any way? I think it's on a spectrum, to be honest. I think it's a sliding spectrum. I think that, a lot of these men who are so feminine, they have a very hard time getting with women. And therefore it's easier for them to be with a man than a woman, to be honest. Same thing with tomboy women, like women who are very masculine. They play basketball and stuff like that. They're very masculine. And it's very hard for them to get an attraction from a man because men like feminine women more. There's men that like masculine women. But I think those women find themselves lingering more towards women because guys don't really show them a time of day. Then they live that lifestyle.
I want to go back to actually what you said.
What the hell is he talking about? What in the hell is he talking about? My wife, when I met her, okay, she knew how to fix cars. She knew how to change her own tires. She knew how to get under a car door, do her own oil changes. And she is the femininist woman I've ever met. She would cry on a drop of a dime, okay? What is he talking about? What? Once again, I would like to see his relationship. Okay? Because he is speaking as if he is one who knows all, sees all, and understands all when it comes to relationships all of a sudden. These basketball women, they're too masculine, right? So these masculine men, they're not attracted to that. Don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure you line up a whole bunch of WNBA women and I could get some homeboys who are single, and I guarantee you they gonna like somebody in that group. What are you talking about? I don't know. Once again, only brainless idiots with no life, no goals, no ambitions will listen to a coon like this.
About emotionality, because you said very quickly that women tend to support homosexuality because we feel, would you say we feel bad? I don't want to mischaracterize.
Yeah, you guys associate. I mean, you guys have a more empathy for them because that feminine energy, you guys are not. It doesn't offend you.
So you're saying I'm a little.
No, I didn't say that.
No, but...
He said it, not me.
No, but there is something here, and it's something that I've been talking about as of recent, which is right now what we are facing is a crisis of hyperfeminization. And women, we have a superpower. We are empathetic, right? That is an amazing thing. You see how great having empathy and having sympathy, and when we're with our children, there's a reason why my 100%. Son wants me when he's sick, why my daughter wants me when she's upset. There's a reason for that, because they understand that women are nurturing. And it's funny because Lance Bass spoke on that. Like he rented a womb, and then his children didn't want him. He said that the babies would rather have been with his mother. Two gay men could not get their babies to connect with them. Like instantly, he said whenever his mother came over, the baby would cuddle her. That is because that is our superpower. The baby knows that. George didn't know what to do. The first year of having a baby, how significant was Corinne versus you? Now Bo's bigger, your son's bigger.
Yeah, maybe he liked me, but he loved his mama. She loved him and cuddled him. Oh, he's crying. And I'm like, boy, get up.
Okay, so I got kids myself. So can I say, I have daughters, and they run to me when they're sick or when they are sad or scared. So does that defeat their argument? No. Once again, I don't know everybody's marriage. I don't know everybody's kid situations. That is depending on the characteristics of that parent to child relationship. Maybe the dad just sucks at communicating with their kids. Could be. And I'm pretty sure there's mothers who suck at communicating and nurturing kids. She makes it some superpower. I'm just a good mom because of a superpower. Like my kids just love me because my superpower. No. There is some raggedy moms out there. Raggedy. I think God skipped out on giving them any kind of powers. So once again, these anecdotal type of examples that they give don't prove anything. Maybe your husband just sucks at being a dad. Could that be it? Maybe you don't have powers. Maybe you're just an idiot. Maybe. But no, she has to have some sort of superpowers to be a loving mom. Come on. Not with that ugly shirt, bro. Come on.
Off the ground. What you doing? Lay him in the bed and he all right. As long as he crying, he ain't dying, we good. My wife is just so compassionate. She's emotional. Like even women begin to lactate, even if they're not pregnant. If they have a small child with them, they can begin to lactate.
Yeah.
And so it's like women have been designed by God to have that level of empathy and that nurturing feeling. And to be honest, men love that about women. A man don't want another man. I mean, men don't want another man.
Well, even gay guys. When you look at a gay relationship, There's one masculine one and one feminine one. They're even acknowledging natural order in their unnatural relationships.
Right. It's the same
They're like,
thing.
it's always a masculine dude with a
But you know that's what happens.
They call it a lady boy. I don't know what to say. Like a feminine gay guy.
Yeah. What happens is, you know, that one guy
boy.
that's either been molested or he been around nothing but female energy his whole life. So he's a lot more feminine. Why does he go for a brawny man? Because he didn't have a daddy.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking for love from a man. That's why it's important for men to love their boys and hug them and love them and you know, give them some love, because then they go out and
Didn't he just say that kind of job is for the women? Hey, if the baby crying, he ain't dying. Oh, hey, you want to give me a hug? Whoa, hold on, that's that gay stuff. Don't give me no hug. And you better dap me up, homie. You better right there. No, you can't have it both ways. And I hate when individuals like this want to bring God into the picture, because didn't Jesus weep? Because he had empathy for Lazarus and the people mocking him, saying, hey, he's dead. You came a little too late. Jesus wept, right? But I'm pretty sure folks like Officer Tatum like, hey, Jesus, you gay. You crying. You gotta be tough. You gotta be, striking people with thunder. You gotta be tough. You can't be crying, Jesus. Jesus, you a punk. You crying. Come on. Once again, these arguments is lightweight. This is nothing, bro. Like, what are you even trying to say? You have so many friends that have been molested by their own family members. You might be the problem, bruh. You need to choose some better friends. Okay? Or stop hanging around the gay clubs, because that seems to be where all your friends is. I'm just saying.
In the world, they don't feel like they need that validation from a man because they got it from their father. Mm-hmm. That's the big problem that we're not talking about.
Hey, you gotta buy my merch. I got a t-shirt. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's go ahead and just do a quick recap. Okay, I already took like 30 minutes of you guys' time. I appreciate you. If you watch the end of this video, you are amazing. One, let people be who they want to be. Stop trying to dictate and force your ideologies and your belief system on other people. In the same breath, want to say that you are fighting for the freedoms of Americans. You are fighting for the liberties and the happiness, the pursuit of happiness of your fellow Americans, while trying to strip away who they want to be. I'm not gay. I would never tell anyone you could be gay. I'm a God-fearing man. I would never do that. I know my position. But I would never force myself to force other individuals to live the life that I live. Why? We can have a conversation. If somebody wants to have a conversation, we could break this down like a fraction. I'll do that all day and all night. But I would never feel like I'm in a position to force other people to live the life that I live. Especially living in America. This is the home of the free, home of the brave. What is that? The statue with the what is our American flag? Why is our soldiers dying? Why? So the Republicans could continue to strip away just about everything that's an inconvenience to their beliefs. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, if everything that I said in this 30-something minute video was incorrect and I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and you just stupid as these two, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. And like always, let's have that conversation.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people. power to the pod.